Welcome to a personal emergency preparedness information session, prepared by the City of Peterborough Emergency and Risk Management Division. This session will provide practical tips and insight to help you prepare for and stay resilient through emergencies. Emergencies can happen anywhere, at any time. Peterborough has experienced a major ice storm and windstorm in recent years, as well as flooding and extended power outages. Some emergencies, like the 2022 windstorm, don't give much warning. Preparedness helps you to stay safe and comfortable while emergency responders tend to the most critical life safety situations. Being prepared also helps you reduce stress and recover faster. It's about peace of mind, not panic. In this session, we'll review risks Peterborough residents may face, including tips to prepare and what to do when we experience them. We'll talk about the type of information you'll want to include in your personal emergency plans, as well as items to include in your emergency kit. As each person is unique, we'll cover some special considerations to ensure your plan and kit are tailored to your needs. We'll also discuss how to stay informed during emergencies. Severe weather risks vary by season. Some emergencies may last hours, while others could last days, weeks, or months. Listed here are some of the common hazards experienced in Peterborough. When emergency situations become particularly challenging is when there are compounding hazards, for example, extreme heat paired with widespread power outages. These are the types of scenarios we want to anticipate when preparing emergency plans and kits in order to be ready for anything. Emergency plans don't have to be complicated. Each plan should be personalized to your own situation and needs, and updated annually or sooner if you've had any life changes. Your plan should include what to do, where to go, and who to contact. Emergency contacts could include family, friends and neighbors, your doctor and pharmacy, utility providers and insurance broker, and an out-of-town contact who is less likely to be impacted by a local emergency. We recommend getting to know and trust your neighbors before an emergency. Due to their close proximity, neighbors are often able to check on each other even when roadways may be icy, flooded, or blocked due to downed trees or hydro lines, preventing those from outside the neighborhood to get in right away. This is an especially important connection if there are telecommunications issues making it difficult to get in contact by phone. Consider implementing a buddy system where you pair up with someone in your neighborhood to check on each other. We encourage you to keep a copy of your emergency contact lists on paper or printed from your computer, as digital copies may not be accessible in power outages if the batteries die. In your emergency plan, identify safe places inside your home for various scenarios. For example, if a tornado is coming, you should go to an interior room on the lowest level away from windows. During a flood, on the other hand, the safest place inside your home will be an upper floor with your electricity turned off before water reaches the outlets. You should also identify a meeting place outside your home if it becomes unsafe to stay, and share this location with your emergency contacts. In the rare event that you need to evacuate, do you know where you could go and how you could get there? Make sure you have your emergency kit with you wherever you go. We'll speak more about emergency kits shortly. Again, each person's emergency plan will be different based on their living situation and special needs. If you require power-dependent medical devices, what is your backup plan if the power goes out? Do you have a battery backup or generator, or would you need to get to a charging location? If you needed to leave your home but have pets or a service animal, factor them into your plans. You may wish to share your plans with trusted caregivers or home support, and they may be able to provide additional suggestions. In the first few days following an emergency, critical life safety situations must be prioritized. Having an emergency kit will provide you with the supplies you need to stay safe immediately following an emergency. It's recommended that your kit contains enough supplies to support each member of your household for at least 3 days or 72 hours. Emergency kits reduce anxiety during outages and keep you comfortable and self-sufficient at home while emergency workers are busy working around the clock for the whole community. Consider having a smaller, go bag with emergency supplies for scenarios where it's unsafe for you to remain at home. Also consider a vehicle emergency kit in the event that you become stuck and help is delayed in reaching you. For example, in a blizzard when a section of highway becomes impassable. Listed here are some of the essential items to have in your emergency kit, including water, non-perishable food and tools, flashlight and batteries, battery or crank radio, a first aid kit, cash, and copies of important documents. Cash is important because some stores will be unable to accept credit or debit during an outage for critical supplies like fuel or groceries. We recommend you rotate and check expiries for food, water, and clothing items seasonally. Just like your emergency plan, your emergency kit contents will vary depending on your unique needs. Consider items like mobility aids, hearing aids, and eyeglasses. You are encouraged to speak with your pharmacist about emergency access to medication in advance of an emergency and keep your medication lists updated. If you have pets or children, think about the supplies they would need to stay comfortable at home or if you evacuate. For example, your kit may include a pet carrier, leash, litter box, food, or children's blanket, baby food, and small toys. In the next section of this presentation, we'll look at some common hazards and provide tips to prepare and stay safe when they occur. If power outages are likely, prepare by charging your devices and battery packs, pull out your emergency kit and flashlight, and if there is time and it's safe to do so, test your generator and top up your supply of fuel. If you are on a well, consider filling your bathtub with water to be used to flush toilets and wash hands if the power goes out. If your garage door requires power, you may choose to open it to ensure you can get your vehicle out if the power goes out. During outages, many people use candles for lighting. Always place them on a stable surface, keep them away from curtains or flammable items, and never leave them unattended. Battery-powered flashlights or battery-operated flameless candles are the safest options. If using fireplaces or heaters, keep flammable items at least 3 feet away and make sure smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors have fresh batteries. Next, let's talk about generator safety. Never use generators indoors, in garages, or near windows or doors. Generators produce carbon monoxide, an invisible and deadly gas. Always operate outdoors, at least 20 feet from buildings, and never overload the generator. During a power outage, keep refrigerator and freezer doors closed as much as possible. A refrigerator will keep food cold for about 4 hours, and a full freezer for up to 48 hours, less if it's only half full. If food has been above 4 degrees Celsius for more than 2 hours, it should be thrown away. When in doubt, throw it out. Community support matters during power outages. Check on your neighbors when safe to do so and offer each other support, where possible. Check the Hydro One outage map online for restoration time estimates. Report outages to Hydro One online by phoning 1-800-434-1235 or text 92887. Report downed power lines to Hydro One by calling 1-800-434-1235. Stay away and don't assume lines are de-energized. If power is on in other parts of the city, consider going to public spaces advertised as having power or power from a generator to warm up or cool down and charge your devices. Examples are shopping malls, library, community centers, etc. Now let's talk about some important extreme cold safety tips to help keep ourselves, our families, and our neighbors safe during very cold weather. First, dress in layers. Wearing several loose, warm layers traps heat better than a single heavy coat. Start with a moisture-wicking base, add insulating layers, and finish with a wind and water-resistant outer layer. Hats, gloves, scarves, warm socks, and insulated footwear are essential, as exposed skin loses heat quickly. Take steps to prevent frozen pipes by insulating exposed pipes in basements, garages, and along exterior walls. During extreme cold, allowing faucets to drip slightly can help prevent freezing. Use approved heating equipment only, and keep space heaters at least 3 feet away from anything flammable. As a reminder, never use barbecues or generators indoors, including in garages or near open windows, as they can produce deadly carbon monoxide. Make sure smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors are working properly and don't leave candles unattended. If your home becomes too cold, local community centers, libraries, or designated warming centers may be available during extreme cold events. Seniors are especially vulnerable to cold, so check in on older adults, neighbors, and anyone living alone to make sure they are warm and safe. Finally, watch for signs of frostbite and hypothermia. Frostbite may cause numbness, tingling, or pale skin on fingers, toes, ears, or noses. Signs of hypothermia include intense shivering, confusion, slurred speech, and extreme fatigue. Seek medical help immediately if these symptoms appear. Extreme heat is a serious health risk, and it can affect anyone, especially older adults, young children, people with chronic illnesses, and those who work or exercise outdoors. First, stay hydrated. Drink water regularly, even if you don't feel thirsty. Avoid alcohol and limit sugary or caffeinated drinks, as they can increase dehydration. Carry a water bottle and take frequent breaks in the shade or cool areas. Next, use fans safely. Fans can help move air, but they don't prevent heat-related illness on their own during extreme heat. Use fans along with open windows, air conditioning, or cool showers. Never aim fans directly at yourself for long periods in very high heat, and always ensure electrical cords are in good condition. If your home becomes too hot, spend time in cooler locations like air-conditioned shopping centers or city facilities, in shaded parks, pools or splash pads to lower your body temperature. Wear light, loose-fitting clothing made of breathable fabrics like cotton or linen. Light-colored clothing reflects heat and helps keep your body cooler. As with all emergencies, it's important to check on others. Seniors, people living alone, and those without air conditioning are more vulnerable during extreme heat. A quick call or visit can make a big difference. Finally, recognize the signs of heat exhaustion, which can include heavy sweating, weakness, dizziness, headache, nausea, muscle cramps, and fainting. If you or someone else experiences these symptoms, move to a cool place, sip water, apply cool cloths, and seek medical help if symptoms worsen. Next, let's look at important flood and severe weather safety tips for our community here in the city of Peterborough. First, know flood-prone areas. Parts of Peterborough are more vulnerable to flooding, especially near rivers, creeks, and low-lying areas. Being aware of local risk zones can help you plan safer routes and take early precautions when heavy rain is forecast. Remember that weather can change quickly. Conditions can shift from light rain to severe storms in a short time, so stay alert and monitor weather updates, especially during spring melt or intense rainfall. One of the most important safety messages is, turn around, don't drown. Never try to drive or walk through floodwater. Even shallow, fast-moving water can sweep a vehicle off the road or knock a person off their feet. If you see water covering the road, turn around and find another route. Before significant rainfall, secure outdoor items such as patio furniture, garbage bins, and loose equipment so they don't become hazards or block drainage. It's also important to clear downspouts and nearby storm drains of leaves and debris, when safe to do so. This simple step can help reduce the risk of localized flooding around your home. Always follow official instructions from the City of Peterborough, emergency services, and weather authorities. Pay attention to flood watches, warnings, and any evacuation or safety advisories, and follow them promptly. Staying informed and having lines of communication during emergencies is critical. Call 911 only for immediate, life-threatening emergencies such as fires, serious injuries, or situations where someone's life is at risk. Keeping 911 lines clear helps emergency responders reach those who need help most. For non-emergency situations, use the appropriate local contacts. This includes calling Service Peterborough for municipal concerns, Public Works for issues like fallen trees or blocked roads, or your building superintendent, property manager, or apartment association for building-related issues. Using the right number helps ensure faster, more effective responses. We will include a resource page at the end of this presentation with these phone numbers. During emergencies, information and official updates may come from the City of Peterborough through media releases, postings on the City of Peterborough website and social media pages, or be issued as alerts through the Alertable app. Emergencies can unfold fast, and misinformation can spread even faster. By relying on official sources and trusted alert systems, we can stay informed, stay calm, and stay safe. Alertable is the emergency notification app the City of Peterborough now uses to send real-time alerts about emergencies impacting our community. It's free to the public and it delivers instant updates on situations like severe weather, local emergencies, widespread power outages, and other critical incidents that affect the safety and daily routines of our residents and visitors. Some examples of when notifications would be sent include things like flood warnings, tornado warnings and other extreme weather events, public safety advisories, and to provide instruction or resources during community-wide emergencies. Peterborough has faced several significant emergencies recently. The ice storm in March of 2025 and the windstorm in May of 2022 had major impacts across the city. During those events, widespread power outages made telecommunications unreliable and highlighted the need for better ways to share emergency information quickly. Alertable addresses those challenges by offering multiple ways to receive alerts. You can choose your preferred method to receive the alerts, either through push notifications in the app, by email, text, and/or phone calls. This means that if one method is disrupted, others could still get through. For example, if telecommunications issues are making phone calls drop, a text message may still go through. Alertable provides the community with an extra, dependable tool to stay informed before the next major event occurs. Alertable will help the entire city be more resilient during emergencies. By giving everyone access to the same accurate, real-time information, it reduces confusion and keeps people coordinated during these stressful events, keeping you informed to help make quick decisions during emergencies. Widespread adoption of Alertable also means that first responders and city emergency services can focus more on managing the situation, rather than fielding individual inquiries from the community, which makes emergency response faster and more efficient. Alertable does not track your personal data. You don't even need to enter your name. It only uses your chosen location settings and phone number or email to send relevant alerts to that device. Your information stays private and secure within the app. On top of the emergency alerts the city issues, Alertable will also pick up and push out alerts issued through other agencies or platforms for the geographical region you selected, such as alert-ready alerts, like Amber Alerts, and Environment and Climate Change Canada alerts for things like extreme cold or heat warnings, snowfall alerts, etc. You also have the ability to customize the types of alerts you wish to receive. If the city of Peterborough opens reception centers during an emergency, Alertable will share information on the locations, hours, and the types of services offered. For example, if the centers provide the opportunity for members of the public to warm up or cool down, charge devices, or shower. It's easy to register for alerts. You can download the free Alertable app from your App Store on your mobile device, or visit alertable.ca and click Sign Up, then simply choose the locations that you wish to receive alerts for. We recommend selecting Peterborough to receive emergency alerts that are relevant to and issued directly by the City of Peterborough, but you can also select whatever other communities you may want to monitor. For example, if you have a cottage up north or perhaps a loved one that lives in another city, you could receive alerts for those regions too. In addition to choosing what area you want to receive alerts for, you can also choose how you wish to be notified, and you have the option of selecting multiple methods. For example, you can sign up to receive email, text, phone calls and/or push notification alerts through the app. Let's review the key steps in personal emergency preparedness. First, know your risks. Understand what hazards, like extreme weather, floods, or power outages, are most likely to impact our area. Next, have a plan. Talk with your family or household and document what to do, where to go, and how to stay in contact if something happens. Then, build, purchase, or refresh your emergency kit. Include essentials like water, non-perishable food, medications, flashlights, and important documents. Even a small kit can make a big difference. Stay informed with Alertable. This free service provides real-time, trusted updates from official sources so you can act quickly and confidently. Finally, remember, simplicity matters. You don't need a complicated plan. Small steps, taken consistently, can have a huge impact on your safety. By knowing your risks, planning ahead, and staying informed, you'll be ready to handle emergencies with confidence. Local contact numbers for non-emergency situations are listed here for your convenience. Service Peterborough will respond to general public inquiries during regular business hours and can clarify emergency information. The Public Works 24/7 emergency line may be used to report downed city trees, flooding, sewer backups, and other urgent infrastructure concerns at any time. Urgent water system issues such as water main breaks should be reported to water services. As a reminder, to receive emergency information from Alertable, visit alertable.ca or download the Alertable app. Report and monitor power outages online at hydro1.com/outages. You can also report outages by texting 92887 or calling 1-800-434-1235. Report downed power lines to Hydro 1 by calling 1-800-434-1235. This concludes the Personal Emergency Preparedness presentation for residents of the City of Peterborough. If you have questions with the content of the presentation or would like to request a presentation tailored specifically to your group or organization, please email cemc@peterborough.ca. Thank you for doing your part to be prepared and build a more resilient community.